As we get older, our bodies begin to send us quiet signals that something inside might not be working as smoothly as it once did. Maybe you've noticed that your waistline feels a little tighter even though you haven't changed your eating habits much. Or perhaps your energy isn't what it used to be, leaving you more tired after meals or sluggish in the afternoons. For many seniors, these small signs point to something hidden, something most people never talk about until it becomes serious: fatty liver disease. The liver, often called the body's silent workhorse, is responsible for filtering toxins, balancing hormones, storing nutrients, and helping regulate blood sugar and cholesterol. But over time, especially past age 50, it's easy for fat to accumulate inside the liver, leading to what doctors call non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or NAFLD. The scary part is that you don't always feel pain or notice dramatic symptoms until it's progressed. What starts as a little extra fat can slowly cause inflammation, scarring, and eventually even liver failure. That's a terrifying thought. But the hopeful news is that lifestyle changes, especially in diet, can make a massive difference in protecting and healing your liver. And here's where something as simple and ordinary as an egg might play a surprisingly powerful role. When I first began reading studies about nutrition and liver health, I'll admit eggs were not the food I expected to find. For decades, many of us were told to fear eggs because of their cholesterol content. People were warned to limit eggs to one or two a week, thinking they were dangerous for the heart. But in recent years, science has shifted dramatically. Now, eggs are recognized as nutrient powerhouses, rich in protein, healthy fats, vitamins, and antioxidants that support overall wellness. What caught my attention is how specific nutrients in eggs appear to support liver health directly. One of those nutrients is choline. Choline is not as famous as vitamin C or calcium, but it's absolutely essential for liver function. Think of choline as a traffic controller that helps fats move out of the liver and into the bloodstream where they can be used for energy. Without enough choline, fat can literally get stuck in the liver, leading to the buildup that causes fatty liver disease. Sadly, studies show that many older adults, especially seniors, do not get nearly enough choline from their diets. And that's where eggs shine. They are one of the richest natural sources of choline you can find. Just one large egg yolk contains about 147 milligrams of choline, and the recommended daily intake for older adults is around 425 to 550 milligrams. That means eating a couple of eggs a day could cover half or more of your needs. It's like giving your liver the exact tool it needs to keep itself clean and functioning well. But the story doesn't stop there. Eggs also contain high-quality protein, and this matters for liver health in ways people rarely think about. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using protein, which is why seniors are at higher risk of muscle loss, also called sarcopenia. Muscle isn't just about strength, it helps regulate blood sugar and keeps metabolism humming. When muscle declines, it puts extra strain on the liver to manage blood sugar and fat processing. By eating enough protein, you not only protect your muscles, but also lighten the workload on your liver. Eggs, with their complete amino acid profile, are one of the most efficient ways to provide that protein. I often say when you crack open an egg, you're cracking open one of nature's most perfect packages of nutrition. Now, some of you might still be wondering about cholesterol. It's a fair concern, especially if you grew up in the era where eggs were demonized. Here's the reality. The cholesterol in eggs doesn't translate directly into higher cholesterol in your blood for most people. In fact, research has shown that eggs can raise good HDL cholesterol, which actually protects your heart. And when your heart and circulation are healthier, your liver benefits too, because everything in the body is connected. The key is balance and paying attention to your whole diet, not blaming one single food. If your diet is full of processed foods, sugary drinks, and refined carbs, that's when the liver gets overloaded and fat starts to build. But if you replace some of those empty calories with nutrient-rich foods like eggs, vegetables, and lean proteins, your liver can begin to repair itself. I want to pause for a moment and make this personal. Imagine two mornings. In one, you grab a sugary pastry and coffee with extra cream. It tastes good, gives you a quick buzz, but within an hour, your blood sugar crashes, leaving you tired and hungry again. Over time, that cycle feeds liver fat and weight gain. In the other morning, you scramble two eggs with some spinach and tomatoes, maybe sprinkle a little cheese. You feel satisfied longer, your blood sugar stays steadier, and your liver isn't overwhelmed with extra sugar to process. Which version do you think sets you up for a healthier day and a healthier liver? This is why small choices matter so much, especially after 50. If you're watching this and thinking, that sounds like me, I've been struggling with fatigue, belly weight, or my doctor told me my liver enzymes are high, I want you to know you're not alone. Millions of people over 50 are dealing with silent fatty liver without even knowing it. But here's the empowering part: the liver is remarkably resilient. Unlike the heart or the brain, the liver has an amazing ability to heal itself if you give it the right support. And eggs, humble as they are, can be part of that healing plan. But of course, they're not a magic bullet. Think of them as one important piece of the puzzle. Along with eating eggs, you want to keep walking after meals, lifting light weights, or doing yoga. Physical activity helps your liver use up fat and sugars more efficiently. You also want to watch alcohol intake, since alcohol and fatty liver are a dangerous mix. Even a couple of glasses of wine each night can accelerate liver damage in someone who already has fatty liver. Replacing that evening drink with herbal tea can make a difference. And of course, filling your plate with vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats like olive oil or nuts builds a foundation your liver can thrive on. One thing I often tell friends and clients is that health changes don't need to be complicated or extreme. If you're 50, 60, or 70, it's not about chasing a perfect body. It's about giving yourself the best chance at energy, clarity, and freedom for the years ahead. Eggs fit beautifully into that because they're affordable, easy to cook, and versatile. You can boil them, scramble them, bake them into a frittata, or even slice them on a salad. They're portable, quick, and satisfying. In a world full of processed artificial foods, eggs remain a simple whole food that delivers real nourishment. And isn't that what we need most as we get older? Foods that give more than they take? I also want to share a personal story. A close family friend of mine in his early 60s was diagnosed with early stage fatty liver. He wasn't a heavy drinker, but he did enjoy bread, pasta, and sweets. His doctor warned him that unless he made changes, things would progress. He felt scared, but also motivated. One of the first swaps he made was changing his breakfast. Instead of toast and jam or muffins, he began making scrambled eggs with vegetables most mornings. It wasn't fancy, but it was filling and easy. Within months, his energy improved, his blood sugar stabilized, and his follow-up blood tests showed his liver enzymes returning toward normal. That experience reinforced for me how much difference a small, consistent change can make. It wasn't about eating perfect meals, but about choosing foods that worked with his body rather than against it. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever been told you have fatty liver or worried about your liver health? Do you already eat eggs regularly, or have you avoided them because of old cholesterol fears? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one because this is a conversation that matters. And if you're finding value in this discussion, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Together, we can build a community where people over 50 feel empowered, not confused about their health choices. Let me add one more important point. Sometimes people worry that eggs might actually worsen liver health because they're high in fat. But here's the difference. The fat in eggs is mostly healthy, and when combined with the choline and protein, it actually supports the liver's ability to metabolize fats properly. The fats that really harm the liver are trans fats and excessive saturated fats from processed foods. Think packaged snacks, fried fast food, margarine, and baked goods. Those fats encourage fat storage in the liver. Eggs, on the other hand, when eaten as part of a balanced diet, help your body handle fats better. It's all about context and balance. That's why you might read conflicting headlines online, because foods don't work in isolation, they work within the patterns of your whole diet. As we bring this conversation toward a close, I want you to take a moment and picture yourself a year from now. Imagine having more energy in the mornings, less belly bloat, maybe even seeing your blood work improve at your doctor's visit. Imagine feeling like you're actively supporting your liver rather than ignoring it. That vision is absolutely possible, and it starts with small daily actions. Choosing eggs as part of your diet could be one of those simple, consistent steps that add up over time. You don't need to be perfect, and you don't need to overhaul everything overnight. Just begin by adding foods that serve you and removing a few that don't. The liver is often overlooked because it works silently in the background, but when it's struggling, the effects ripple through your whole body: fatigue, weight gain, brain fog, even mood changes. On the flip side, When you care for your liver, everything else improves. You digest better, your skin looks healthier, your energy rises, and your risk of chronic disease goes down. That's why I believe the question of whether eggs can reduce fatty liver risk in seniors isn't just interesting, it's life changing. And the answer is yes. Eggs can be a valuable ally, but only if they're part of a bigger picture of self care, movement, and balanced eating. So, my invitation to you is this: don't underestimate the power of small choices. Next time you're at the grocery store, pick up a carton of eggs and think of them not just as food, but as an investment in your liver health. Cook them in a way you enjoy, pair them with colorful vegetables, and let them become part of your rhythm. Over time, you'll not only be reducing your risk of fatty liver, but also creating a foundation for a longer, healthier, more vibrant life. And if you've ever doubted that it's possible to feel better after 50, I want you to hold on to this truth. The body has an incredible capacity to heal at any age when we give it the right tools. Eggs may be small, but they carry big potential. If this message resonates with you, share it with a friend who might also be struggling silently. Leave a comment about your own journey, because your story might inspire someone else. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so we can keep learning and growing together. Your liver deserves care, your body deserves respect, and you deserve to feel alive and vibrant at every age. Let's take that step together, one simple egg at a time.